Good morning, readers. Today we are talking about interpreting and finding theme. If you haven't already done so, go ahead and fill in the date on your learning intention sheet and the book that you are reading, which should be your book club book. And today, as a reader, I'm working on interpreting as I read. Readers, we've been talking about interpreting, and we've also been talking about finding theme, and today we are going to learn ways to do that. We're going to ask ourselves these questions when we've finished a book, and these questions will help us interpret and find the theme. So this first question says, what did the main character learn? The next one says, what made the good things in the story happen? And this final one says, what could have prevented the bad things in the story from happening? Readers, we're going to use numbers of the stars to answer these questions. So the first question, what did the main character learn? I want you to think for a moment and give me a thumb up when you have an idea about what Anne-Marie learned. Readers, we all know that friends helping friends made the good things happen in the story. The final question is, what could have prevented the bad things from happening? Now this I want you to take a second to think about, because this is something we haven't discussed before. So think for a minute about the bad things that happened in the story, and think about what could have prevented those bad things from happening. Give me a thumb up when you have an idea. Readers, let's share those ideas with our reading partners. Readers, I'm hoping that you and your classmates thought that the main character, Anne-Marie, learned that she was brave and that she could be brave. I'm also hoping that you discussed that Anne-Marie learned that helping each other is important. Readers, I also think that Anne-Marie learned that not everyone is good. So in the beginning of the story, Anne-Marie was pretty naive, and she didn't know a lot about the world. And by the end of the story, she knew quite a bit more. And so I think that's another thing that she learned. Now when we jump down to the bottom question, what could have prevented the bad things from happening in the story? So some of the things that could have prevented the bad things from happening would be the soldiers not coming to invade Denmark. And we need to think about why they wouldn't have come. Maybe it's because they knew that everyone, including Jewish people and non-Jewish people, were equal. So if they would have had that idea or thought that, then maybe that would have prevented them from invading Denmark and other countries, which would have prevented all of World War II from occurring. Readers, if you look at the answers to our questions, then you'll see that they are leading us to the lessons in the story. That you're braver than you think, that helping other people is important, that friends help friends, and that everyone is equal. These are the lessons in the story, and these are interpretations that we can make by reading the story. I mentioned before, readers, that lessons in a story are a phrase. Themes are one word. So if we were going to take these ideas, these lessons that the main character learned, then and turn them into themes, then they would just be one word. And readers, I believe that the themes that are in Number the Stars, if we put those ideas into one word, one of those themes would be bravery, another would be friendship, and finally a third might be equality. Readers, here are the ideas from the previous page, the lessons that we said that Anne-Marie learned, or that the characters learned, and you'll see that the answer to the first question, Anne-Marie learned to be brave. goes with the theme of bravery. The answer to the second question, friends help friends, goes with the theme of friendship. And the answer to the final question, everyone is equal, goes to the theme of equality. Readers, if you found those questions hard to answer, or if you found them easy to answer for Number the Stars because we've talked about it so much, but with your own book you find them hard to answer, these are some sentence starters that can help you answer those questions. So these sentence starters say the character learned that, this story teaches us that, good things happen when people, bad things happen when people, and the moral of the story might be. Now, remember, we are only answering these questions for our book, so we're not thinking about things from our own life when we say these sentences, but from the book that we are reading. I want you to choose one of these sentence starters, and I want you to think about your book club book. And I want you to finish one of these sentences while thinking about your book club book. Readers, I'd like you to share that sentence with your reading partner now. Readers, today you are going to read, you're going to use the questions that we talked about in this lesson to interpret and think about the theme of stories. You will get this sheet that you see. The title of it is Finding Theme, and it has the 3 beginning questions that we talked about. Readers, you are also welcome to use these sentence starters to help you interpret and think about the theme of stories as you read. The character learned that. This story teaches us that. Good things happen when people. Bad things happen when people. And the moral of the story might be. And then you would complete those sentences thinking about your book club book. Readers, let's make it a great reading day.